Hi everyone, welcome to the Saturday Live on Self Love for Mothers Part 2. I go by my instinct and I have to share every idea that I learn every single day. So I welcome you all on this live. It's part 2 of self-care of mothers that I did last week, and today we are going to talk about boundaries, life expectations, how it all starts from self care, and the very special part about the and philosophy. So, if you guys watching live, write in the comments live. If you guys watching the replay later, I would love for you to write replay. This is my space where I talk to ambitious mothers who are trying to turn around their life, attract more money, more abundance, and do that with ease, without burnout, without hustle. So we are ready to dive in and let's start. What does it even mean? Self love. All of you are aware of the term because it's been so spoken about, but time and again we come up with this new realizations of what does it mean to really love myself truly. And I thought to start with, I will touch upon a very important subject of boundaries. What are boundaries? As mothers, as female energies, we are natural givers. We are providers. We are caretakers. It comes naturally, and if for those who it does not come naturally for, well, in our culture we are brought up as the good girls, as take care of others, elder sisters, or whatever, but it's drilled into us to take care of others. And as soon as we become mothers, the boundaries are even more merged because we have a big responsibility, and 24/7 into 365 into next 20 years, we are only giving. And I always talk about it. You cannot share from an empty container. You get drained out being a giver all day throughout. And to add to it, today's mother is fighting a battle at a corporate front, at a family front, a different dynamics going on with a partner, with your children, and the social circle that we hang around in. There's always an exchange. We are always giving. We are always on top of the games. It becomes impossible to know where to start, where to begin, where your boundaries truly are. I found a question that helps me come back to my feeling every time that I feel a no towards something. The question goes like this: do I love myself enough to say no? It can be anything. It can be a social obligation. It can be cooking breakfast on a Sunday morning. It can be not doing laundries and asking your partner to help in. It all circles back to self love. Because remember, whenever I'm asking this question to myself, that do I love myself enough to give myself a morning of sleeping in rather than starting as early as I do on every other day, give myself this break for me to recover, for me to rest, for me to feel energized again, to launch myself all over again? Do I love myself enough to say no to this particular activity so I can allow myself the rest I need to relaunch myself? Now remember, this question is very, very simple, but what happens when we ask this question is, how can I ask my partner to help? How can I sleep in? A good mother is not supposed to do this. I'm supposed to be there for my children. I'm supposed to say good morning. I'm supposed to do the hundred other things that I'm supposed to do. But who taught me this? The whole society, so to say, your mothers, your family, all of that are living out of your household. They don't know the mental pressure that you feel of it every single day, the burnout that you feel because of it, the overwhelm. I know we all might or might not have the physical capacity to do it, but ask a mother who's reaching home and checking in if children come back from school, if they're taken care of, if the lunch is taken care of, the constant worrying, the constant preparation, the constant errands that burn you out. I'm asking you, do you love yourself enough to create boundaries, to say no to small things that can allow you the space to breathe, to be, to rest, so that you can give in your 100%. Are you ready to accept that it is okay? It is okay to allow yourself that time and space and to set those stern boundaries. You might be at work. You're in the middle of a meeting, an important meeting, and you know your child is sick. Do you love yourself enough to allow yourself the freedom to show up for a career that's important to you personally, that you say no and you ask others to step in? And that is why I say mothers become natural leaders. Mothers are fierce, and you just have to tap into that emotion and work out your help around you, your systems around you in a way that they work best for you. The age old mental training of what makes a good mother is only taking you closer to overwhelm and burnout. And while it is natural to feel those emotions, I'm just asking you to love yourself enough to do otherwise. Because guess what? You join the company after 6 months of maternity leave, and of course you're anxious to leave your child behind, but at the same time you're equally anxious that I was not at my workplace for the last 6 months. I have to catch up, I have to show up. I do not have to be that mother who's constantly talking about her child. I do not have to be the mother who's constantly obsessing about the child and not being fully present at work, and at the same time not being the alpha that I don't care, my child's taken care of and I'm all career. You have your choices to make. You have your own boundaries to set. So, one question that you can ask yourself is simple: do I love myself enough to whatever that you want to do on that particular day? The good girl syndrome, the good girl mentality has to stop at some point of time. So ask yourself that question in front of family, in front of corporate, in front of your social circle. Even if your social calendar is filled with, let's say, the birthday parties to attend, do you love yourself enough to allow yourself the freedom to not show up? Because maybe the most important thing that you need to take care of is your mental health, is the physical exhaustion that you're feeling, and not feel guilty about choosing to lie down versus showing up. Now, we can always debate the pros and cons of doing what, but again, one simple straight question: do I love myself enough to choose my own health, my mental health, my own priorities over things that I do to please others, to take the social conduct box, to be the good mother as I was taught to be? Your boundaries are important, your boundaries are for you. Jumping on life's expectation. So, I love this one, okay, and I would like to meddle around a little bit. This particular generation of women have grown up seeing both roles. We saw our mothers were maybe teachers, maybe the corporate, maybe homemakers, but we saw them taking care of the household A1. We saw them being present for us 100% of the time. We saw them being 100% present for their partners. We saw them being good daughters, being good daughter-in-law. Cut to us. A generation of well-educated women, a generation of career-driven women, a generation of globe-trotter, sorry, that was like a tongue twister. Someone who's traveled around the world, who's had a life of her own, who had her own friend circle, her own personal space, her own self identity that maybe came from her business, from her work. And now we're sitting here with the generational learning of being a giver and being someone who's had a full life of her own. And now we have a child to take care of. We have a household to take care of. And we cannot let ourselves, trust me, it's on you, nobody else. We cannot let ourselves slip in any of these categories. The house has to look perfect. The children have to look perfect. Their homework has to be on time. Their food, the lunch has to be on time. The husband's to be taken care of. On top of it, we have very high expectations from ourselves in terms of career. in terms of our work. And you like it or not, it's a biological fact. It's only women who are capable of producing a child, which makes us the natural caretaker, which makes us naturally the primary parent. We're the first one to be concerned about if our child is fed, if he's taken care of, if he's feeling well, if he's healthy. It's only natural. You cannot take that away. This is biology. But what you cannot take away is what you feel inside your gut. That I can be all of those things, but I do not want to be taken away from the manager, Priya Singh, the vice president, whatever your name is, the CEO, the business owner, anything, whatever your career is, this cannot go. I know we take the time off because it's important. It's important for the child, it's important for you, and it's important for you to produce a well-adjusted, emotional human being that's growing up right in your household. But I know you cannot deny the feeling in your heart that I want to do more, that I want to be more, that I want to have a name of my own, I want to be earning my own money, I want to be established, I want to have a career of my own. I want to do something. I know you're happy being a mother. I know you are. But I know there's a part of you that feels like I want to do more. I have all these ideas. I want to execute them. I don't want to feel nervous going to office. I don't want to feel nervous going to a networking event at the nightly hour because I have house to be taken care of. But those desires are bottled up because you want to be present for your children. There's nothing wrong and right here. I'm not saying that what you're doing is right or what you're doing is wrong. You do what you want. But this desire is not going away. So what are we going to do about it? Because that's your life's expectations, right? I used to work for a company where my CEO was female, and when I had my child, and I was nervous about showing up at work, and she said, "You know what? They start school, they won't even remember the sacrifices that you have made, or the tone that you have felt to sort of leave them at home and show up at work, and they will get really busy with their own lives." While part of it is true, but the waiting game takes a very emotional turmoil on each one of us. So I know there are mothers who launch their businesses with toddlers at their hand, and there are mothers who wait till they're at school, and there are mothers who wait till the children go away at colleges or hostels or whatever, and then they have the time to do. But you know what's the underlying fact of all of these situations? The fire refuses to die. All of you want to do something. It's not procrastinating, it's not delaying. It's a choice that you make about your career, about the fire that you feel in your belly, and the timeline that you are comfortable at. Nothing right and wrong. Absolutely nothing right and wrong. A timeline that works for you. Because that's when you will feel more aligned with your purpose, with whatever you want to do. You want to run a boutique, you want to be a baker, you want to start a small business, you want to be a speaker, you want to be a trainer, you want to be a teacher, you want to start your own venture. It can be anything. It has to work on your lifetime, on your timeline. And you decide that timeline. You decide when you are ready to do those things. I just want you to know that do not give away on that big expectation, that big life dream that you have about yourself. Sooner or later, we will figure out a system. And quite frankly, that's what I do in my coaching programs. The mothers who are ready to do something about their big dream, we get together and we discuss how they can design their lives around it. It's a full lifestyle change. It's a full mindset change. You have to be ready and open to ask for help. You have to be ready to set your own boundaries. You have to be ready to put yourself first. You have to be ready that I love myself enough. I love my dreams enough to get up in the morning and work on it if that's what it takes for it to shape up now. I love myself enough to work on my mindset and not feeling overwhelmed and anxious if I'm choosing to be a homemaker and choosing to do the pickup and drops for my children, being 100% present. It's about your choices. your dreams. I'm not asking you to wait. I'm not asking you to launch today. I'm not asking you to rush into it because you're a mother and that's what your instinct is saying. What I'm saying is that you, in your heart, have to feel aligned, have to feel prepared, have to feel settled to launch into your next step. I'm not saying realize that big dream. Just be prepared for what your next right step is going to be. Second, very, very, very important thing, and all mothers are a victim of this, quite frankly. To take out time for our own self. It feels we are doing something wrong. Now, I know some of you might be thinking that no, I take my afternoon naps because I'm exhausted, I'm working throughout the day, and this is what I need. But in order to shape up your dream, in order to even zero down that what is it that I want to do, what is my big idea that I want to work on, you need space. You need physical space, you need mental space, and you need those open bracket of time where you can just sit and be by yourself and not worry about the thousand other things, but just allow your brain to do what it does best. Think, create, ideate. Now, I've been guilty of scrolling away my time on social media, doing reels, and just getting into that whole spiral. And it really does not relaxes me as much as it numbs my brain down. But I realize the best ideas come when I have the open-ended bracket of time. It can be 1 hour, it can be 2 hours, it can be 3 hours, whatever that you need. But you need that time and space for your ideas to bud. And circling back, do you love yourself enough to find out and create the time and space for yourself to nurture your big dream, to nurture those ideas? Or quite frankly, just allow your brain to relax and come up and get clarity on what it wants to do, what brings peace, what brings happiness. Because this is for a fact. We are a generation of women doing two roles, being 100% mother, being 100% career driven own person, and being 100% trying to be your own self. We are not merging into our partners. We are not merging into the name our family stands for. We all want, or maybe the women that I want to interact with, the women that I want to work with, are the ones that want to have their own self identity and want to stand tall in it. So for those women, I know they feel torn. They have their life expectation. Maybe they just have to figure out what it is. For that, you need time. For that, you need space. And for that, you need peace. So do you love yourself enough to give yourself that? Quite frankly, ask yourself that question, and maybe over the weekend take some time to journal it out, to hash it out. And I love coming online. I love interacting with all of you. So just maybe slide into my DM and we get to talk. I have had a journey of last 3. My daughter's 3 years old now. It did not. All of this is a culmination of all of those burning desires. My coaching business was formed out of this burning desire. I want to do something. What is that I want to do? Always contemplating, always wondering, talking to different people. I signed up into multiple coaching programs thinking that I can be this, I can be that. And this is what it has come down to be. I enjoy it. It doesn't feel like work, and it feels like it's coming from a place of genuine intention and genuinely reaching out to more mothers out there who might be in a similar situation like me. I'm not saying I have it all figured out. I'm just saying I've been there. So now I know the shortcut to not feeling that miserable, to not feeling that burned out, to not feeling that overwhelmed. That's all. Number 3. So we've talked about boundaries, we have talked about life expectations, and number 3 is self-care. I always talk about that self-love starts from self-care. It's not self-care alone, but it starts from self-care. And why is that? Any mother who has not left home for a week's time, nursing her child in a big old sweatshirt and pajamas and tying her hair in a bun, knows what I'm talking about. There is no time. There is no need. This feels comfortable. Who to do it for? I don't have any social obligation. No one's showing up. In all of this, you are telling your subconscious mind that you are not important enough, you are not beautiful enough, you are not your own priority, and you do everything to please others, to look good for others, to do it for them. No, change the narrative. Do it for you. You do it because you deserve to look beautiful every day. You deserve to look best every day. By taking care of yourself, you're telling your subconscious that I am my own priority. And you know what? On an energetic level, sorry to merge three things here, but on an energetic level, when you're taking care of yourself, people around you understand that you are to be taken care of, that you need this time and space. It's giving them cues that you need this time. In a way, you're training them how you are to be treated. When you take out time for your self-care, when you take out that time for workout, when you take out time to put effort in dressing up, maybe it's comfortable, but doing the best that you can in a particular moment, you are telling yourself that you're important. You're telling your subconscious that I'm my number one priority. You're telling those around you that I need my time and space to take care of me. So if they show up for your help, great. If not, you're bold enough to ask for help, and you will get that time. You will get that space. Mostly, it's us being afraid, our attitude to please, our need to please, our need to put everyone's need over us, that all of these things left behind. Because quite frankly, who does not like a good skin? Who does not like showing up well? Who does not like to be well dressed? All of us, right? All of us. I have hardly met any woman who would say that I'm comfortable looking messy. No, no one is. In a particular moment, you choose to be that because you feel your baby's needs are above you, your household needs are above you, your parents' needs are above you, everything else is more important than you. I'm just saying, change that. Ask yourself this question: do I love myself enough to invest in my own self care, in my own presentation, in the way I show up? Do I love myself enough? There's so many tangents to self-care. Self-care. All of them root down to self-love. I love myself enough to go take that haircut, to give myself the time to dress up in the morning, to give myself the time to follow my 7-step skincare routine, because quite frankly, my skin's important and I'm going to invest in it. So I know it's silly, but next time you want to take out 20 minutes to put on your makeup before you're going out, take that time. You're telling yourself, your subconscious, the people around you, and the people you show up with, that you are your number one priority. And that's quite frankly self-love. Lastly, I would want to talk about a very, 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 very important philosophy that I came around when I was reading this book. Okay. And it was like a lightning bolt moment for me, because I realized, oh my God, that's true. Oh my God, that's true. The movies we see, the information that we gather, the families that we see around us, we have been taught to believe that a woman can either have her career or have a good family. She can either be focused on looking good, prim, proper, or have a good house. She can either be a good mother or be absent, whatever. The or philosophy that we women only have a choice to either choose this or that. But the abundance mindset talks about the and philosophy. It's hard to embrace because it feels unreal, because we don't have any physical cue telling us that we can have this and this, a thriving career and being a thriving mother, a thriving career and a good family life and a happy family and a happy childhood and all of these other things. It's hard to even believe that it's possible. It's hard to believe because we don't have any physical example. But I love the exposure. Sorry, I love the exposure of social media to an extent that I know that there are people who are faking it online, but I know people who are working to put together the life of their choice. The first example that comes into my mind is Serena Williams, having a good tennis career and a daughter, playing the match that she so enjoys while she was pregnant, and doing so many other things. She's pulled it off, right? I'm not saying in the best way possible, but in the way that it worked for her. I love the example of Priyanka Chopra. She had a good career and a loving husband and a loving family all stepping in together. It's the spec, it's the film that you choose to see for yourself. So if you're a mother watching this live today or watching this later, I would want you to comment below. You would choose an or philosophy or the and philosophy. Choosing a career or this, choosing everything for you and philosophy. I know it's hard to believe. I know it's hard to believe that it's possible for you. But I'm here telling you that yes, we have multiple examples in today's life that show us that it's a possibility for you, that you don't have to choose, that you can co-create, that there is no set narrative to how your life has to look like. It has to look like the way you design it to be. It has to look like that suits your timeline. It has to suit the way it feels good for you. No one's got it all together. Everyone's figuring it out. Everyone's figuring it out, asking for help, and designing the life that they so want for themselves. So this is in sum of what I wanted to come here and talk about. And this is the sum of what we do at the Reality Remodeling Program. We work with women one-on-one in remodeling their reality in the way it best works for them. It's not a sales call, it's just a live, but I had an urge to tell you about it. We can always talk about it later, but it's the Saturday morning live on self-love for mothers. I hope this has been some sort of value addition to your Saturday morning. I absolutely love doing that because it comes from a place that I want to help more women who are out there who might be struggling through it, that it's all coming together. It's meant to come together. And believe in the power of universe. Go out there and make yourself the number one priority. Love yourself enough to show up in your best energy, in your best self, because that is what is helping you to become the best mother that you are. So I would like to say goodbye and keep watching the space for more stuff like this. Bye bye. Do leave a comment below on what you think, on what you like the most, and if you're an and mom or an all mom. Bye bye.